Hi, my name is Chris Gardner, president of ICBA, and I'm really excited to be here with Corey Hirsch. Corey Hirsch, former NHL goaltender, played for the New York Rangers, the Vancouver Canucks, and represented Team Canada in the gold medal game at the Winter Olympics. And we're here to talk about workplace wellness, and I'm very excited to be able to roll out and announce that Corey Hirsch is going to be ICBA's Wellness Ambassador for 2022. Corey, welcome.
Oh, thank you. I'm very excited about this. Thank you for the introduction. I'm going to get you to follow me around and introduce me wherever. But I have to thank ICBA because without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. And we're going to spread a great message, across everywhere that we go.
Yeah. Wellness is, the question we often get is why now? And at ICBA, we spent as we went into the COVID-19 global pandemic, we spent about 12 months working on a new and what I would say is an innovative approach to workplace wellness for the construction industry. And COVID-19, workplace wellness was an issue before the pandemic, but what COVID-19 did because of forced isolation was compound the challenges we face in the workplace across all sectors of our economy related to wellness.
No question. Seven times the suicide rate in construction, 55% of overdoses are in construction. And we really want to approach that masculine attitude of being a man. You can still be a man and get help. And that's kind of a message that we want to get across, as well as there is help, there is hope, and ICBA Wellness Program has great initiatives to be able to help people. And again, help is only a phone call away.
Yeah, and that's a really important message, because this morning, as in every morning in British Columbia, about 250,000 men and women got up, went to a work site, and to build our economy, to help build British Columbia. And the work they do accounts for about 10% of our economic activity. And it's work that has its unique stresses. And some of them are related to the fact that elements of construction can be taking place in remote locations. It's very schedule, deadline driven, and some of it is higher risk at points in time. So all of that can trigger challenges related to workplace wellness.
Yeah, well, we know that isolation contributes to anxiety, depression, mental health issues, and people seek out different ways, self-medicate, things like that, to overcome those issues. But I'm going to be there there's a different way. And that's getting help for what you have. With my own story, getting help saved my life. And we're going to talk about things such as how to have a conversation, how to talk to a friend, how to talk to your children, how to get help, really. And again, wellness, help it's only a phone call away, and to make that phone call might just save a life.
Yeah, so what we noticed at ICBA, we are a big provider of health and dental plans for the construction sector. We have over 110,000 Canadians who are on one of our plans. So we looked at the data as we got through, as we were coming through COVID-19, and the numbers are quite stunning. There was a 47% increase in the use of employee assistance programs. 85% of those individuals were using an employee assistance program for the first time. And we looked at all of the drugs that are prescribed by doctors for people on our plans. In the top two of every single plan are drugs that are prescribed that are related to anxiety, depression, mental wellness related. It's a very pervasive problem.
There's no question that it's a major issue in society today. The good thing is that more and more people are reaching out for help. 3 of 4 suicides are men, though. And we need to put a dent in that. Our middle-aged men crisis is off the charts. And we have females as well that have an attitude of not to talk to anybody, to suck it up, those types of things. And the stigma keeps people from getting help. So we're here to let people know that, again, it's okay to get help. And it doesn't make you any less of a person to be on medication. It doesn't make you any less of a person to reach out and get help. And there's a lot of different things we can do to help ourselves. So we're going to talk about self-help, things that I do personally to control my mental health issues, and just overall wellness for everybody, so that we can put a dent in those numbers and do something about what's going on.
And the stigma is really, really the central point and the focus of the ICBA Wellness Program. And construction, although there are more women working in construction today than there have been ever before, it's still male dominated. And the culture of construction is, to your point, suck it up, we've got a deadline to meet, deal with it later, just work through it, keep your head down and just keep going. And that is, when it comes to wellness issues, that's the exact wrong approach. We have to break through the stigma. And so the point of the ICBA program is really just giving people the tools to start the conversation. Just make it simple and easy to say, hey, I'm struggling, I need some help. And to give the tools to those colleagues, people in human resources, people in supervisory positions, to say, here's the number, here are the resources that are available. Because if you put your hand up and say you're struggling, the help is there.
Well, and things have changed. 40 years ago, it wasn't like this. Now we are putting a dent in the stigma, and it's okay to get help. My dad was a plumber himself, and my first job was cutting his pipe for hours on end, and that was not a lot of fun, I'll be honest. And that generation was a bit more stoic, a bit more reserved, and it was more the suck it up attitude, you don't talk about your emotions, you don't do any, go get help. We're in a different place. Mental health is no different than physical health. If you had a knee problem, well, you go see the knee surgeon. Why, if something's wrong in our brains, do we not go see somebody? And why do we expect our brains to be perfect? We are just on the cusp of understanding our brains. They're so complicated, yet we think everybody's brains should function perfectly, and that's not fair. I didn't ask for a mental health issue, Chris. So, for me to go get help was the greatest thing I could do.
Yeah, and everybody has a story, and you've shared parts of your story, and you'll be sharing more as we go through the program. My family was impacted by it. My father, when I was 5 years old, took his own life, and I wrote about that when we rolled out the program. And when wellness is an issue that runs very silent and very deep, and often when it does emerge, the consequences are tragic, and the consequences can be generational. And that's one of the things I talked about, that I never really got to know my father. I never opened Christmas presents under the Christmas tree. I've never had an incoming call on my cell phone that says Dad. And so, if to your point about things have changed, back when he was struggling, I look at where we are today versus where we would have been in the late 60s, early 70s, and it wouldn't be a stretch to say he wouldn't have had much support. He probably was in a battle he never really had a chance of winning. And so the programs, the resources now are there. We just have to start the conversations.
No question, and thank you for sharing that. It's so important. I have my own story, you have your story. And to recognize that these people that have gone routes such as that, they are suffering. It's not like they just woke up one morning and said, I'm going to do this. They've been suffering for a long time. And acceptance is a big thing. We don't have to agree with what happened. However, there is a better route, and that is to reach out and go get help. And you're correct. It was so much different back then than we are today. And thankfully today, it's okay to go and get help. Like I said, it doesn't make you less of a person or less of a man to reach out and get help. It actually makes you a better person. And as far as my hockey career went, I was actually a better player after I got help.
Right.
But there was a stigma, so nobody would give me an opportunity. We're in a much different place now. So my point to that is that you'll be a better worker. You'll be a better dad. You'll be a better husband. You'll be a better spouse, a better wife, a better mom. But you have to get the help, and it's not going to make you weaker, it's going to make you stronger.
That's right, and that is key. And one of the things we've been really pleased about at ICBA, we rolled out our new workplace wellness program, and it is geared towards construction professionals. The language, the topics, it's a holistic approach, because there are different triggers. It could be something related to your financial situation, a health problem, it could be stresses at work, so many different things that trigger it. And so our program is holistic. It was developed by experts. And as of today, we've got over 3,000 construction workers who are enrolled in this program. And we're looking now to go take another step in terms of marketing it. And that's where you come in, Corey. We're going to be touring British Columbia early next year. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to going to 6 communities across this province, and we think we'll be adding on more. But right now we're going to Prince George, Fort St. John, Kelowna, Kamloops, Surrey, Victoria with this message. And that is, we've got to start the conversation, move through the stigma surrounding wellness in the workplace, and have those conversations that are so vitally important for people to get the help they need.
I am extremely excited about this. This is something that when I went through this, Chris, I couldn't imagine that there would be a day like today where we'd be touring cities talking about mental health, where we'd be talking openly about it. I hid for a long time because the stigma. And we're going to break down the stigma on everything, and especially with construction workers, 7 times more likely with the suicide rates, men 3 out of 4 suicides. And again, we're going to talk to our females too, because there's a lot of females that don't talk about their stuff either. And it's okay, that saying not to be okay. Secrets are toxic, and secrets cause mental illness, and we need to put a dent in that. Does that mean you talk to everybody? No, but talk to the people you trust. If you are struggling, go see your doctor. That's the first person you go see. I guarantee you they've seen and heard all of it.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, the good thing about our program is that the program that we've rolled out is free for ICBA members. So those 3,000 individuals are enrolled in this program for free. When we do our speaking tour, all those breakfasts and lunches that we're going to be hosting are free. You have to register, sign up, and come out. You're going to get to meet Corey. You're going to hear about his stories. You're going to hear about the gold medal shootout in the Winter Olympics, where there was this great finale between Peter Forsberg and yourself.
Thanks for reminding me, Chris.
Yes. Well, I won't give away the ending.
It's all good.
But Corey's got some great stories, and I'm very excited about traveling the province with you and talking about this really, really important issue.
Absolutely, and I'm excited about a free breakfast, Chris. That's part of the deal.
If you show up and anyone else shows up, it's going to be free breakfast, and you get to meet Corey Hirsch.
Oh, I love it. And again, thank you so much for doing this. Like I said, I couldn't imagine this 25 years ago, and the fact that we get to speak and talk to people about mental health and help people, what a great experience and what a great program, and kudos to ICBA for putting it together.
Great. Well, thank you, Corey. Thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Look forward to seeing you in the next few months in cities across this province. Thanks again.